How's it going, everybody? This is Grant Wise with Realtor Masterminds, and I want to show you today how you can A, create a Realtor House or a Realtor Open House event on Facebook, and B, how you can run more traffic to that event. We all know that, most of you probably know how to get the event set up, but a lot of people don't know how to actually target specifically realtors through Facebook ads, which can bring more foot traffic, more potential buyers through your Realtor Open House. So what we're going to do is I'm going to first show you how to set up the open house, and then I'll show you how to run more traffic specifically to realtors through Facebook ads. So give me just 1 second. Okay, now we're on our main page for Realtor Mastermind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to create a Realtor Open House event. So I will type in the title. I'm just going to give it a fake address. Like I said, this is a fake address. Where is it at? It is in Bentonville, Arkansas. We don't really need to add any info. Add a little more description. And when we go where, this is, like I said, just going to be a fake address. Okay. No, we're not going to put any tickets in there. And of course, if you're running a live event or something, you've got tickets, you can always post a link for people to actually purchase tickets to your event. When is it going to be? Let's just say that it's today, and it's going to be tonight or today from 4 o'clock, and we'll end it at 7 o'clock on the same day. When you go into categories, you can always kind of fine tune what this is going to be. If you've got specific events that really come down, if you're going to an art show, or you've got some type of tasting, if you're doing like a wine and cheese tasting at a house for realtors or something like that, this is an opportunity to kind of really put in a describe what your event's going to be. I'm just going to put neighborhood just as something to put in there. Try and be a little more specific whenever you are. You know what? Actually, what I'll do is I'll just put this. We'll call it a wine and cheese open house. There you go. So I am going to create the event, and normally we could go in here and add a photo. Definitely kind of do it up a little bit so that people know if typically you would want to add a photo of whatever your actual house is, of course, maybe a variance of pictures, or you could possibly even, once you've added a nice presentation photo, come down here, you can add multiple photos to create a collage of the property, and who's helping you put it on, who's helping you put it on, which title company, and or which mortgage brokerage, or something like that. So what we are uh, going to do is to show you how to run more traffic. Now, obviously, um, you can ask. You can join. You definitely need to join yourself. You can invite whenever you go to invite. Come here and you want to share your events. Make sure they are looking good before you share them. But come in here and choose friends. You can go through and select as many realtors as you know, get them in the door for your realtor open. So one of the things that we're going to do is we are going to promote the event. Okay. Now, typically, you see a lot of people promoting open houses um, through for not just for realtors, but whenever they're doing a big open house, this is a great way to promote an event and get actual RSVPs, and a lot of people don't take advantage of that. So we're going to run this event for event responses. And another way that we could do this is to go back and actually run it for page post engagement, sorry. Um, and having doing that will help you really kind of run engagement uh, to the actual open house, bring a lot of people in. But we're going to run it for event response. That's what we want. We want people to say that they're coming. And we've got our event right here. If we have some pictures, it will really show you what it would look like. Always run it right in your desktop newsfeed. Do not run it over in the right column, which is the kind of dead area that not a lot of people do. Okay, so when we look at demographically what our area is, I'm sorry, that's my phone. We're in Bentonville, Arkansas. Okay, I'm going to type in Bentonville, Arkansas, but there are Northwest Arkansas is compiled of 4 or 5, quite a bit more cities than that. So what I want to do is I want to type in the cities that surround Northwest Arkansas, or I'm sorry, Bentonville rather. Okay, I'm just going to hit on the bigger cities, right there around Bentonville or around where that would be. So think of the average age of realtors in your area. We have realtors here that are as young as the age of 25 and obviously much older than their 50s. But that's what I'm going to target is people that are from age 25 to 50. Now, more than likely, all of the realtors in your area are going to see this. So we want to attract all genders of realtors, of course. Their language should should be English. Um, when you go down in here into more demographics, okay, you can come over into industries, and you're really not going to see Realtor. You will see uh, business and financial operations, and you can click that, and you can see that we get down to a really niche group of people at 3,400 people that we're potentially reaching. So I'll just keep that in there. You don't have to put it because this is where we're really going to be targeting the people we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in realtor. See, real estate broker pops up. Okay, and then I'm going to type in realtor again, the National Association of Realtors. I'm going to continue to do this. So I have appropriately selected all of those common search terms for realtors, sorry, in our area, and there's, as you can see, quite a few. So what I'm going to do, it'll start pulling up suggestions. We have a Keller Williams here. We have a Caldwell Banker here. People use Zillow. Trulia, Zip Realty, I'm sure is common. Century 21 is kind of few and far between in our area, but you may have one there where you're at. Okay, we definitely have Remax. We don't have any Better Homes and Gardens. We don't have any Sotheby's. Obviously, we have the multi-list. You can throw in some real estate investing, things like that. Just some other areas of searches. So let's go into, we're going to type in real estate. We want to obviously go to luxury world. See if we're getting any more real estate development. That was more than likely. Um, but, you can definitely type in mortgage loans. Renting is more when you're trying to attract people that are actually renting and you want them to see an ad that you have. Realogy obviously is a giant franchise. Um, I don't know if they're here locally or not, but they're compiled of a number of different larger big box brands. We will just kind of go with any other services that we can see that might be here local. We do have a credential, but that's credential plan. We got to plug it in. So what we've done, we've come over here. I'm actually going to pull business and operations out of it. That helps me out one place. You saw our reach jumped over 28,000 when I did that, and we don't want that because that's obviously much more realtors than we actually have. Now, we have around 2,000, a little over, I'm sure now, real estate agents in the Northwest Arkansas area. You see here, our searches have been condensed down to fewer than 1,000 people. But what this is this is 1,000 realtors. This is 1,000 people, or around 1,000 people, that are realtors. And Facebook knows them. So they're able to give you the ability to really hone in on this demographic of people. You can always also, if you want to get some mortgage bankers in the area, um, say, picking some mortgage terms that might help increase your uh, exposure to your broker or realtor open house. You never know if one of those guys knows somebody that may be looking to buy, and they'd like to come see your property. The purpose of this, of course, you try and get as many realtors through your open house as you can, and a lot of people aren't taking advantage of this type of direct marketing. This is going outside of your sphere of influence through social media and hitting all. This is not all, but most of the realtors that are associated with Facebook in your area. This is a great way to help um, bring bring some agents into your area. Now, I'm not a big fan of doing things on a per day budget. I tend to run lifetime events, and especially for realtor open houses. You want to really condense this. Typically, these happen, kind of spur of the moment. You put them together, and they happen about a week later. So this is great. This take 2 or 3 days at minimum before your realtor open and run this ad. Run it for a couple days. You can spend as much money as you would like. I typically would recommend spending about $100 or around $100, and you see what our reach is. Okay, now you spend less. You certainly spend less. You see our reach is still 130 to 150 people. That's very, very good as far as traffic coming into your realtor open house. Now we're going to condense this. We said that was today. The open house is today, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just for visualizing purposes, I'm going to run this from 4 o'clock today. Say I have a couple days to get the word out about my open house, and so I'm going to run this for 24 hours, and I'm going to run it for 4 to 4. Sorry, not 24, but 48 hours. Condense that down. Now look over here at my estimated daily reach. We kind of jumped up there a little bit. Now we're talking 5 to 910 people. And though those numbers don't look great, keep in mind these are all realtors that are going to be seeing this ad. And when you post what your ad is, wine and cheese realtor open house, you will more than likely bring in quite a few realtors from this realtor open house who doesn't want to go to a wine and cheese tasting. And you can also do this for lunch, advertising free lunch to realtors and getting this much traffic. Now, you're probably not going to get 500 to 1,000 people to walk through there, but what if you got 50? What if you hit 100? What if you hit 150? And take those kind of results back to your client. This is some very effective direct marketing. Now, always optimize for event response. You want to make sure people are clicking on your event and that they're RSVPing. So then when you're done, you go down here and you place your order. And I'm not going to place an order. This is obviously just modeling purposes, but just to show you. So once you've done that, I'm going to back out of here, get back to Filter Master. So we have our event here. If I go in here and I click open this event, if you've sent me an invitation or somebody else has sent you an invitation, there will be a spot where you can either click that you're going or that you're maybe going or you're not going. So you'll be able to get these RSVPs before your event. You'll be able to get an idea of how many people are actually going to be coming to your event, and this will help you prepare for how many things you need and so forth. This is a great way to get some serious realtor traffic in your realtor opens. I would highly suggest if you've got something coming up, put it to use. A very effective tool. You never know if a realtor's got a buyer, and if the more realtors you bring into that house, the greater chance you've got somebody bringing you, excuse me, someone for purchases. So this is how you effectively run a advertisement to your realtor open house, and how you can directly market to other realtors in your area that may not be friends with you on Facebook or may not be in your sphere of influence. You guys give this a try and let me know how it works. I appreciate you guys tuning in and have a wonderful day.